start the show. I'll tell you when.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Hello.
We've been on the air for like 10 seconds.
Everybody. We have.
Hello,
I saw
anybody?
the light, but you didn't talk.
I saw the sign. Hi, Eddie.
Hi.
All right, let's do the program. Say hello.
Hello.
What do you usually say?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the
How
Night and
original.
Day radio show.
One day we'll get it right. I think the contract will be over by then. Sometime, what was it,
Well,
October?
we never rehearsed this stuff, and then the light.
We've been on for
confuses
how
me.
many weeks?
Well, then the music plays, and then I don't know when to talk.
I talked to Ken
So
Harris
you always
today
talk
and said that
first.
the contract is up October 9th after that. But we want to welcome you to the program where Bridget did it. Really, it's just we keep saying welcome 72 times, and then by that time,
The
it's
hour's
over.
up. Yay.
And they'll play another hour of that. What's that crap that they played before us? Not the show, the Bloomberg Phil on WBZT.
That's news,
B
isn't
stands
it?
for Bloomberg.
Oh, it does?
Kidding.
Oh.
That could be their new line, that WBZT,
What
where
does
Bloomberg.
BZT stand for?
I'll make up something ridiculous that Ken Harris won't like.
Okay.
But that's another show entirely. I'm Alan Knight.
I'm Bridget Day.
Together we are Night and Day.
Night and Day.
Programming alerts. Coming up June 19th. Put it on your BZT calendar, if we had one. June 19th, Sheriff Al Lamberti, because I found out that once you're the sheriff, you're always the sheriff. We mentioned that.
That's like the president.
Well, I wasn't thinking that
Once you're a
particular.
president, aren't you always a president?
Former president.
Oh.
Okay, but
But then you get security
this
and
is
all that stuff, too.
more like he doesn't have security. He's not the president of the United States
I'm
or the
just
former
saying.
president. What do you think? The
It's
Secret
similar.
Service? Sure. It's sort of like the Army, or where you have once a sergeant, you're always a sergeant.
Are
So
you really?
it's a particular level of
I
service.
know once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine.
So Sheriff Al Lamberti is going to be a guest of the program June 19th.
Is he
June
gonna be in
19th.
studio?
Yes, he will. He's going to take the
Awesome.
drive to Palm Beach.
Nice.
Bless his heart to be on the Night and Day show. Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
Speaking of police and sheriffs, free donut. National Donut Day is tomorrow. If you're following along, today is the 5th, tomorrow's the 6th. If you're listening on the replay, Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, hint, hint, you missed it.
So
Very
you get
good,
free
honey.
donuts
You got
tomorrow?
it. Not donuts, free donut.
So I can go to Dunkin' Donut and
National
get a
Donut Day. They don't give you a dozen. Let's be real here.
Can I get one?
One is the optimum number in this case for free donuts. Yes.
Can you get a bagel instead?
I don't know. Do I? Wait, I'm one.
Just asking.
I work in radio. I work at the bank. I don't work in broadcasting. There's a difference between radio and broadcasting. Here, we purchase the time. That's the difference. Carmine in the other room, who is filling in for Mama Lynn Cody. Mama Lynn, who is the excellent producer. So she's put the bar high, Carmine. Yeah. Carmine is our producer for the next 2 weeks. And he's on the air at, what's the sister station?
Wild 95.5.
Wild 95.5.
Oh, I like the wild
So
part.
Carmine in the other room has more teeth in the radio business or broadcasting than the two of us.
More teeth?
Not more bite.
Not that many. They're still my baby teeth, but I got them.
I don't
That's
get it.
Baby teeth here. Yeah, they pay. He is more significant on the air than our little hour. Do I have to spell it out for you?
Yes, you do.
And then with us is we're on television tonight. Again,
Live stream.
it happens every fourth Thursday of the year. Who are you? Freddie Jr. from AMP2. Well, it's been a while. We haven't seen him since we went
Hasn't
to
been
Paris.
that long.
Freddie Jr. from AMP2.tv. So if you want to follow along of what we look like, if you're going to be eating, you may not want to watch. But it is RadioNightandDay.com. RadioNightandDay.com. All spelled out. Night is spelled with a K. And you'll see our smiling faces.
Yes. Anyway.
That's about the size of it. The show's over. If you're going to think you're going to get anything specific that's funny, that's going to be a coincidence. Or anything that's going to be...
I can't wait for 9 o'clock tonight.
Oh, yeah. Tell everybody to turn off and go to the sports stations.
At 9 o'clock,
Why not?
our
They
show
do that,
will be over.
They do that the same thing here. They tell you to turn to JNO.
I can't wait. I'm so excited about this game.
As long as
First in a series.
we're upsetting everyone, we may as well. The 10 most offensive board games ever published. I came across this. The 10 most offensive board games ever published. I didn't know there was such a thing.
Offensive? Are they like dirty?
Well, you be the judge. And this goes along with when we last left our episode last week. Bridget told me that we're invited to a gay wedding.
Yes.
Your doctor is
Yes.
gay, and we're going to go there, and I have to wear something blingy.
No, you
I
have
don't
to
know
look
what the
fabulous
hell-
because everyone is going to look smashing.
Smashing?
Yes.
Do anything in my closet represent blingy? I'm sorry, am I
No,
going to have to
not
go shopping in
blingy.
Richard Simmons' closet to see what he's got and borrow some of his clothes?
You're
that
not
dates
gay.
me,
You
Richard
don't have
Simmons.
to be blingy.
What am I
just
going to wear?
have to
I
be
work at a bank. I'm
stylish.
conservative.
You look good in black. I would wear all black.
Oh, I'll be Johnny Cash. There you go. All right, the 10 most offensive board games ever published. I didn't know some of these things, but number 10 will go from 10 until 1.
Okay, well, who you think you are? David Letterman?
I wish. Yeah, on a Thursday night at 7 o'clock. It started with that 1 hour.
He does 10-somethings.
He's on 5 days a week, honey.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I sort of feel like him when he got knocked around and blown over by, what was it, CBS? Because he didn't get the Tonight Show several
Got
times.
knocked over him. I don't watch those things, so I don't know any of the stuff.
You don't remember Johnny Carson?
I know Johnny Carson. He did sex tapes.
He did what? I'm sorry?
Sex tapes.
Johnny Carson?
Yeah.
Who the hell is she talking about?
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson did.
Here's Johnny.
He did not. Wait,
Yes, he
you
did.
saw.
He
Let's
did.
move this off to the side for a moment. You have a tape of Johnny
I
Carson?
don't have a tape.
I got to call Don Rickles at home to say, because he was always good friends with Johnny, and say, do you know that Bridget has seen a tape of Johnny Carson having sex?
By
Are
the
you
pool. Yep.
Johnny Carson.
Yes.
There's a
really?
sex tape.
How many times?
I know that Kim Kardashian, I know that Pamela Sue Anderson. I have not seen the Johnny Carson sex tape, nor do I want to, but there was such a thing. Are you sure you're talking about the Ed McMahon,
Yes,
Johnny Carson?
Yes.
How the hell did I
Google
miss
it.
this? That there's a Johnny Carson sex tape.
You can Google it.
All right, we're going to find that out. Carmine's on the case. Isn't that on Channel 10 or 4 or 7 or something?
Oh, that's
right.
Kamel Kafiro.
All right.
She was in my parking lot lots of times.
When you had
When the drug clinic. The pain clinic was next door to me. Oh my God, that was a nightmare.
Bridget owned a what was it? A
Bridal
bridal shop,
store.
and right next door they had the drug clinic open up.
The pain
and
clinic, the ones with the twins that are in the news all the time. They're now in
weren't
jail.
they accused of murder or something like that?
Yeah. Oh,
They
they
had
started
so
their
many-
career right next to me.
So many
Oh, my
people
God.
from. Why are my lips chapped and I keep licking my lips? I look like a serpent on TV.
you don't.
They had a lot of people from Kentucky coming to
In
buy
Ohio,
oxycodone.
yes. Yeah.
It was. I mean, they let the prisons loose, and everybody was coming here from
I had
Kentucky.
FBI in my parking lot. I had undercover cops.
Carmine has found it. Look at that. Mama
See?
Lynn Cody, the heck with you. We found a good board operator. Go ahead.
I can't believe it. She's telling the truth.
I'm telling you.
Wait a second.
I know my facts.
This is the one time that Bridget has come up with.
Woohoo, I won.
There is a Johnny Carson sex tape, and you heard it on BZT. Now, okay.
Told you.
So it's how much does that cost? Where do you? What is it up for purchase?
I know it hit the market. I don't see where you can.
Ooh, I got to
view
put that on
said
my
tape.
Christmas list for you.
But
I don't want to see that.
But they said his little Johnny is not so little. So
I heard
well
that
done,
too.
Mr. Carson.
You're kidding.
No.
Johnny Carson.
Supposedly he has a big one.
All right. Anyway, as long as we offended everyone now, thank you for getting me into this. 16 minutes after
You're
the hour in the
welcome.
Night and Day Show. All right, number 10, the 10 most offensive board games ever published. Famous board games have made family entertainment out of some dark stuff, from bankruptcy to murder to warfare. And here's number 10. These are real board games that were out and about, and I never knew. Number 10, now you guessed it, Freddie Jr., you were talking about Monopoly. Now, Monopoly is a board game, and it is a reputable and wonderful game, but there was a company that came out with...
The porn version.
That's a good idea. I don't
know.
think that would be... You know what? You got an idea there. No, Game Monopoly.
Game Monopoly?
Game Monopoly.
What is that?
All right, I'm glad you asked, and I'll tell you, and he did. Fire Island Games released this celebration of gay life in 1983, right in time for the decade's new gay rights movement. And like so many spins in the classic version of Monopoly, this game keeps the core real estate mechanics all in place, all right, but throws in a little twist. In the original game, players buy what? Houses,
Money.
hotels.
Oh,
No,
right,
you use
okay.
the money to buy those.
Right.
Stay with me. All right. In Game Monopoly, In Game Monopoly, they buy bathhouses and bars.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute. Now, the original playing tokens have been swapped out for what were assumed to be gay-themed substitutes. A teddy bear. I have to make sure that I'm catching things because we don't discuss beforehand,
right.
And I don't proofread. So he has his hand on the button. A teddy bear, a Jeep, a blow dryer, a leather cap,
blow dryer,
handcuffs.
I know what that means.
A blow dryer, a leather cap,
right.
Handcuffs, and one stiletto heel. Those are all, I guess, gay symbols of sorts. I didn't know that a teddy bear.
Well, yeah, I know what a teddy bear is.
Am I missing something? The
No,
Teddy
I
Bear
live in a
Theater,
gay
Roosevelt,
community.
little teddy bear? Is there something dirty off the air that you're going to tell me and ruin my teddy bear?
No,
Okay.
wouldn't do that.
Now, on the flip side, it seems that the game does bring in a new few dishes to the table. They have the
Dishes?
a little different takes to things, all right? Instead of like a chance that you pull and the treasure chest, they have the family pride cards, for example. That would be something different. And you have to perform a stereotypical gay camp action, such as striking a pose or yelling, "Fabulous!" when I guess you land on...
Oh, the mind is just going crazy.
No, the best part of this, though, besides the bathhouses and the bars, Game Monopoly was published by a division calling itself, and this is where they got into trouble, Parker Sisters, instead of Parker Brothers.
Oh.
And they were, of course, unconnected to Parker Brothers, so what do you think Parker Brothers did? Major lawsuit, copyright infringement, and, of course, that they shut the gay spinoff down because of that. There you go.
They have a lot of versions of Monopoly. I mean, not just...
No. Well, they even have Monopoly, but that's from Parker Brothers, who has the license to the game. They even have where you can use real money. Yes, they have it in how many hundreds of different languages. That's all licensed by them.
Okay.
But this was not. This was Parker Sisters, not to be confused with Parker Brothers. We could spend the whole day on this, but I'll put that to a side and come up with the other ones as we go along.
Well, you have 10. You only did one.
Well,
It's
because
only an hour
I didn't know
show.
it was going to take 5 minutes to explain the whole thing. You want me to go with another
Do
one?
another one.
Okay, I'm not going to do all 10.
No,
Why?
do number 5.
Number 5? Watch,
Yeah.
it's going to be something really big. Well, as they get, here's something interesting. This is called the Busen Memo. The Busen Memo, B-U-S-E-N. And this came out in 2003.
what is it,
These are the most offensive board games ever published. It's a memory game. Remember Concentration, where you pulled the tabs and you had to match the...
I like that game.
All right. Well, tell me if you like this one. All right, this is different except for one thing. Instead of matching the usual pictures with things, the pictures were of breasts of women. So one breast matching the other breasts.
Oh, interesting.
Would you play that game with me?
I could play penis, whatever that is, match game.
Back to
Why don't
the Game Monopoly version. Oh my God!
I love this show, by the way, guys. Thank you very much for having me be a part of it.
Each individual tile has a picture of a woman's bare breast, and you place all the cards face down at random and then flip them over. If you manage to uncover a matching pair, you get to go again. All right?
Interesting.
Is this where they come up with bosom buddies? In case you couldn't guess it by now, Busen, B-U-S-E-N, memo, and you should know this, honey, you're from Germany. What's B-U-S-E-N in German?
B-U-S. I
Wait,
don't
she's
know.
spelling the word?
I
I just spelled it for her.
I have to see it. I don't know.
It's German for bosom memory. That particular, of how they say Busen memo, and in German, so it was a German board game. Now, they even get worse because some are against, the African Americans. They have some very racial tones and things like that.
What, the bosoms?
No, some of the other board games. I'm on to the next
Oh.
one. All right? Yeah, we're foul along the bouncing breast. There were some heavy... Now, here's the worst. Now, I'm going to say this because I'm Jewish, and this was the #1 most offensive board game, so I've skipped it. This one... And, of course, it has to do with Nazi Germany, but it features quite a horrific, offensive, anti-Semitic game. And what happens is, in this one, they call it Juden Raus, R-A-U-S, J-U-D-E-N. And it came out sometime around in 1938. It's a simple game. You roll the dice, and you move your token around, and you land on Jewish homes, and you collect the Jews. You hear this? All right. Who thought? What kind of sick individual thought of this? Now, then you must escort the Jews to a collection point. Do you get this so far? So they can be what? Banished from the city. And if you're the first to open or expel 6 Jews, you read these original rules, you are undoubtedly the winner.
This is not a real
This
game.
is they show a picture on this particular.
Where was it? Who played it? Hitler?
Well, we're talking about 1938.
All right, so.
All right, and of course,
Then it wasn't sold in this country.
What back then? I'm sorry, it wasn't around then.
Okay.
I'm sure it was taken off the market very quickly, because they even have stuff that's related to the N-word and things like that I'm not going to go, since I was.
They should have a game, Collect the Bosoms.
Wait a second. You can have all different colors. It doesn't matter. We're back to the breast game?
Yes.
Oh, where you can have, it didn't matter concerning, you just have to match. If I have a black bosom versus a white one, that's not a match, unless it's an Oreo cookie of sorts. Oh, my Lord. Okay.
Okay, this can get real deep, but...
It hasn't gone deep. Is that a euphemism for the word gutter?
No, not at all.
No, but I think they even have, we talked about once where they have videos, let's say it's a regular movie, and then it's a porno version, an adult version.
Right.
The same thing, I'm sure that they have. What's that place off Oakland Park Boulevard that sells all the adult toys and things like that?
Well, there's Hustler on Federal.
Hustler, okay, and then there's another one, Lace to Lust or something like that?
No, they don't have a good selection, but the Fetish Factory does.
Okay, don't they have adult board games to play?
I don't know. I don't look at board games in there. I have other issues when I go in there. Board games
Wait a second, we're going to get married. Why are you in there without me? That's the question.
Because you don't like to go in those places.
You never invited me to go.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Are you shopping for anything in particular?
Oh, nothing in particular.
Oh, okay. There's a sheriff in, is it Spokane, Washington? Yes. Telling deputies no sex on duty. As long as we're in the gutter, we'll stay in there for a moment or two prior to the first break. But a Washington state sheriff has sent a memo to his deputies telling them that sex on duty will not be tolerated.
Isn't that what, are they...
you would think that would be a prerequisite. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, sound like Sarah speaking, or Sarah spiritually speaking. The sheriff had to spell this out in a policy. This is almost like program directors have to tell the most obvious things in a memo. They got to write out a 3-page memo. Had to spell out the policy because a deputy he fired for the behavior won his job back last month in arbitration. Isn't that interesting? The memo says that sex on duty is a breach of the public trust and a breach of the sheriff's office code of ethics and the core values.
What if you want to barter for a ticket?
Honey, that's illegal. You can't do that.
Okay.
Wait a second. Have you ever tried that?
Never. No, I don't.
We're having the sheriff here in 2 weeks. Why did you even think about that? You would think that if you're stopped, let's say by the FAA, we may as well cover not only the sheriff's department, but any particular police department or FHP.
Well, you know it's been done.
Oh, of course, I know that. I didn't say that, but would you do that to get out of a ticket?
No.
How much would...
I bullshit my way out.
She's got... Honey, you can't... This is the first time in history we've ever had to dump you. You can't say that.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. You said the B word.
Oh.
I caught her. That's what she wants to do, a sex show. That is the first time.
America.
That is the first time we've ever been on the air at this station or the other station that you can't use a word like that.
Okay.
See, we are paying attention. There is somebody, Carmine in the other room.
Sorry, Carmine.
Is following. That's the first time we've ever had to do that.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Why would you do that? Well, I guess
I got caught up in the moment.
Oh, Lord. She's going down the aisle at the adult store. And she was thinking about that, and all of a sudden. All right, go ahead. Now we have to come out from under the gutter.
Okay.
We have to build up.
Let's build up.
All right, what do you have on your mind? How did we start from Donut Day and go all the way down to probably me?
Yep.
Okay.
Your fault. Anyway, once we move in, I'm going to probably have to get another job. So I've been looking for interesting
Why is that a
job.
correlation? That because you're going to move in with me, that you have to get another
Because
job?
I don't want to drive through the hood late at night
Uh-huh. Okay.
for an
I live
hour.
in Plantation. That's not known as the hood.
I know, but I have to get through the hood to get to you.
Okay. I'm not going to touch this. Go right ahead. So can't you just say you have to get a job?
I just said that, but then you said, why do you have to get a job?
Yeah, but you had to-
So then I had to
you-
explain it.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I was looking up some interesting jobs. Do you know hot dog vendors make like from $30,000 to $100,000 a year?
You're going to be a hot dog vendor.
I could.
There used to be a girl that we interviewed, and this goes back about 15, 20 years ago, that she was selling hot dogs out of a cart, and she had a bikini on.
Oh, yeah, she was on Oakland and Federal. I remember her.
Okay. And she made a lot of money. She
Yeah.
did publicity pictures and things like that.
They stopped her. I don't know why.
Her
Distraction.
buns
I
were
guess.
too big. Boom. Hot dog. See, I can always bring it down back into the gutter. Don't you worry. But yeah, it's funny. Even the panhandlers make a lot of money.
Yeah. They did a show in New York where the limos dropped them off so they could panhandle, and then their limo would come and pick them up at the end of the day.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
Well, instead of giving him money, they did a story. They said, here, instead of giving you the $1 or $2 or whatever, they would give you the hamburger or some food, and then they saw them throwing the sandwich away, which is sad.
Yeah, it is sad. Anyway, there's one for you here. Ice cream taster, $56,000 a year.
Wait a second, they make more than me tasting ice cream?
Yeah.
An ice.
I guess you have to have a special palate.
Do I have to move to the Ben & Jerry's factory?
That would be okay.
Those two guys are paying big time.
Yeah, a live mannequin makes $100 an hour.
$100 an hour, okay.
Yeah.
That's usually a board up working a 2-hour shift.
A body,
Not you. I'm sorry, okay. A live mannequin?
Yes.
Okay, these are limited though.
Well, you can stand like a live body model. You can stand in the window. You know, they have live models in the windows.
I'm
It's a
fidgety.
draw.
I'm 250 pounds. I gotta step back and forth. I'd be like a mannequin with what's that thing that Janet Reno had where you shake. What's
Parkinson's?
that? Parkinson's disease. Yes, I can't do that.
All right, how about...
The hot dog thing. You think that in today's world that you're going to put them down. Now that you have that in my mind, they're working for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They set their own hours. How hard is it to sit? If you get a right corner, look at probably the ones in New York that sit. If you look at the ones here at Home Depot, they're making,
Yeah.
I'm sure, making more than some of these people.
You could even do the Roach Coach thing.
Yes, that's become every month where they have the gourmet food trucks. When I was growing
Now, I
up,
might go to the job sites, construction workers.
yes,
what
but
Roach Coaches do.
food trucks have changed. They've evolved back in the day.
Well, yeah, for festivals and things like that.
Well, they used to have, if you were limiting when you call it the roach coaches, they had food trucks, and the food trucks were just the basics, sandwich, egg salad, or something basic, ham and cheese. And now they got even those particular vehicles have changed to where it's a rolling SUV or RV or something like that, and it makes crepes, and it's got like waffles. I mean, it's a lot different.
Chocolate bacon.
And they circle like a convoy or a wagon train at the local park. They have that even in Plantation where we live, and we
Yeah.
want to go there. And you got 15, 20 food trucks out there.
Very cool.
And of course, instead of like a $2 sandwich, they're going to charge you like you're sitting down a meal. $10, $11, $12 to some of these things.
You could be a urine farmer.
Go on.
Wait a second.
It's a real thing.
Look at the topics that we've discussed so far in this program.
They make a lot of money, urine farmers.
I've heard of the term urine. I've heard of the term farmer. Combining them, I have no clue what you're talking about.
You get some deer, and you collect their urine, and hunters buy it. It's a real thing. Hunters buy it. They get a fortune for it, and then they put it somewhere so that the bucks come so they
to
can
attract other deer so they can
Yeah.
shoot them.
It's a horrible thing.
All right. Oh, speaking of shooting, last week you had mentioned about
Speaking of shooting?
the safety coffin where Saved by the Bell.
Oh, God.
Yes, so we had the winner win a $25 gift certificate, and we'll come up with another question later on today at 1-800-889-0267, 1-800-889-0267, or Radio Night and Day at AOL.com, Radio Night and Day at AOL.com, 90 spelled with a K. We'll come up with a question, a trivia question to win a $25 gift certificate to Mississippi Sweets, the best damn barbecue in South Florida, in Boca and beyond. But one thing before we take the break, you like that happy song, remember?
Yes.
That I'm over.
I'm happy by
Did they play that on Cool where you are?
They play it on Cool. They play it on Wild.
Oh, you're on Wild. I'm sorry. We can dump that too.
That's fine.
You're on Wild. That's 95.5. Okay. Cool's in here too, right?
Yeah, that's where I actually started. I still work with them from time and time again.
Who was the one who had an ego bigger than this building that I worked with when I was at CBS? I worked at Sunny 104.3 for about 14 years, and there was a guy, Tim Bird, the Birdman. Was he ever over there?
I met the Birdman not too long ago. I forget what it was. We were over on Clematis for something. I think it was one of those races, the Komen race. He was
Komen Race for the Cure. Oh God, yeah, he used to do a lot of things for the charities and things. But the happy song that you like, who sings it? Pharrell.
Pharrell.
I was close. A woman was killed in a car crash moments after she heard this particular song. She was so happy that she texted somebody saying, "Oh, I'm so happy that I heard this song," and boom. Died in a car crash.
Driving and texting, which is what you do, mister.
I would turn the song off.
But you drive and text.
It's illegal, but you don't have to broadcast it. You don't have to tell people.
I'm telling the sheriff when he gets here.
How many people do it?
I don't anymore. I used to, but I stopped.
When did the law come out that you can't text anymore?
I think it's always been a law. You're supposed to be concentrating on your driving.
No, it was
not on something. That's why they don't have televisions on dashboards.
But you ever see some of the people who are watching television on their phone while they're driving, putting on their... You guys put on your makeup all the time.
Me.
You guys may as well have vanity lights in there that you're going to be putting up all over and going... And not when you're going 40.
What about you guys with the magazine doing...
Magazine?
Doing things in the car. I have a truck I can see in there.
Wait a second. Do you think that I'm driving and...
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying.
You've seen that?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Men pleasuring themselves while driving.
While driving.
Can I say that?
Yes, you can say that.
Okay. Yeah, but you're going...
Yeah, I have a truck. I can see in the car.
Uh-huh. Into what neighborhoods are you driving through to get to my house?
All neighborhoods. No, not just going to your house. I do drive.
More offensive
Just
talk coming
saying.
your way after the break on the Night and Day Show. 1-800-889-0267 if you'd like to comment. Where's our friend Chris with the police to find out if he has come across this when he is stopping somebody for a traffic infraction? I guess you would tell if their pants are unbuttoned.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah.
Hiding the Johnny Carson video underneath their seat. 1-800-889-0267. 1-800-889-0267. I'm Alan Knight.
I'm Bridget Day.
Together we are Night and Day.
Hello, boys and girls. Yes, this is the good-looking bloke from Iron Maiden, Nico McBrain, with you right here on Night and Day Radio.
The following could be based upon actual events.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs, and each wanted to get a mortgage to build a house. The first little pig, well, he was blown down by inflated balloon mortgage payments.
The second little pig, he had his share of troubles.
He went to a poorly rated financial...
No, it says it hasn't been around that long. It's a more recent TMZ story. A couple months.
A different story.
Oh yeah, it's of him and his wife supposedly.
He was a real ham and happily living in his beautiful new home. Don't worry, his 2 brothers moved in with him as well.
For your fable to come true, call Paradise Bank. 561-392-5444. 561-392-5444. Paradise Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Mississippi Sweets, found in 1991 and owned by Randy Smith, invite you to come on in and taste what homemade barbecue is all about. The down-home recipes include starters like the Brunswick stew, loaded with chicken, potatoes, and vegetables. Mississippi-style dinners, Choctaw catfish, Tupelo chicken, and of course, half racks and whole racks of ribs. Dinners come with your choice of 2 sides, such as coleslaw, homemade cornbread, or their famous thin sliced and fried sweet potatoes, affectionately called Mississippi Sweets. So come on down and check out the best barbecue in Boca and beyond. With 2 locations to find that famous sauce, 2399 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton, right across the street from Paradise Bank. And their number is 561-394-6779. That's 561-394-6779. And also 9859 Lake Worth Road on the northeast corner of Lake Worth Road and U.S. Highway 441 in Wellington. You may contact the Wellington location with 561-642-4748. Again, that's 561-642-4748. And both locations are open 7 days a week. Mississippi Sweets, the best barbecue in Boca and beyond.
Welcome to Alan Knight and Bridget Day on your dial. It's Talk Radio at its best. Here we go. We know all the latest trends and happenings. Don't look no further. All you need to know and where to go. There's no other. Talking about Alan Knight and Bridget Day on your dial. It's Talk Radio at its best.
You're listening to Night and Day with Alan Knight and Bridget Day. And if you'd like to take part, just dial in to 1-800-889-0267. That's 1-800-889-0267 with your opinions or your comments on tonight's subjects, questions, or just to sing a song. Maybe not. And speaking of maybe not, here's Alan Knight and Bridget Day.
You could be a dog food taster
A dog food taster.
or pet food taster.
Well,
I should say.
I've been in broadcasting for like over 30 years. That's definitely what I eat now. So it doesn't really matter that I would be paid for it. How much does that pay?
A little over 40,000 a
For-
year.
Imagine the person who's out there who is making, I think the median income is probably has to be somewhere in the range of 38 to 42,000, give or take. And imagine you could be this dog food taster. Is it Alpo is still around?
It just says manufacturers. They taste the food to see if it's yummy, and they also check out nutritional facts to make sure it's good for your dog.
I bet you that some dog food is better.
Well, I love dog biscuits. You've seen me eat dog biscuits.
Yeah, sure. We go, what's that?
They're really good.
Freddie Jr. from amp2.tv. If you're following along at home online, it's radionightandday.com. Radionightandday.com. Night is spelled with a K. Scroll down. You'll see the screen. You can look at us. But amp2.tv, Freddie Jr. just said, huh? What?
They're really good.
She's not kidding. We go, what's that dog place? Petland, Pet Supermarket. She thinks that buffet is for her. It's for the dogs. Now, with that being said, I'm sure that some of the pet food is
Well, I don't eat pet food, but
every
I do like
week
the
there's some
biscuits.
kind of like meat recall, chicken recall, peanut butter and jelly. There's always something wrong. Hot dogs, there you go. But there's always, I don't think, when was the last time you heard dog or cat food ever being recalled? You know, it probably has a lot of nutrition.
Yeah, well, I don't eat the wet canned food. I just like the
I'm sorry.
biscuits.
Yes, you set a tone. So you don't eat the
biscuits are
turkey and
good.
giblets or the gravy and stuff. You just eat the cookies. They look,
Yeah.
hey, it looked like an Oreo to me. All right.
They're good.
Let's pick this up. 1-800-889-0267. 1-800-889-0267. 20 before 8. So we got 20 minutes to BS. We'll go to the phones. Hi, you're on the Night and Day Show.
We're talking to the Obama supporters.
That would not be me. I did not vote for Obama. But, however, I can't say the same for my
I will
fiancé
never live
here.
that down.
Oh, my
Uh-oh.
goodness.
So you have something to say about Obama? Doesn't everybody in today's world?
Oh, my goodness.
What now?
He's letting terrorists out, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, I heard about that with the Guantanamo
Big.
Guantanamo?
Whatever.
Is that near that Domino place? They have
High-ranking
pizzas.
Whatever the name of
One
it is.
American citizen. That's insane.
Okay, well, have you been... Bridget doesn't watch the news. She watches MeTV and cartoons. Did you see this, honey?
I heard it got filtered through my filtering system of no news.
In other words, she was flicking channels and came across. So he let go... Bergdahl, I think, was the guy's name, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. The deserter.
I was just going to say that. Took the words out of my mouth.
Okay. Well, did Obama know that he was a deserter before he decided to...
I
he
heard
was.
every American is innocent until proven guilty, unless that's just a rumor.
Thank you,
He's-
Edwin R. Murrow.
He's saying that he was concerned for his safety, so he didn't tell Congress that he was doing it, and he broke the law by not doing it.
Well, there was what's come out today. If you're listening live on a Thursday night at 7 o'clock, replayed 8 o'clock on Tuesday, there was something that the president was at today that said that there was a threat for his life. There are other Americans over there. He's not the only one. So I'm sure the Taliban can threaten any of them. But when they're, I thought
he was the last one.
No.
I heard that
No, there are other civilians over there, contractors who were working or even just regular family over there that were taken by the Taliban, still there. How come they weren't rescued or how come they weren't traded? We got this one guy?
Because he's the last military guy, I heard.
Yeah, please.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
No. And this one, so because probably Obama's in trouble with this, not going to get in trouble. I say why he's another chapter to the story.
He doesn't give a crap.
He
Doesn't matter.
said that there was a threat against his life, so they had to act. And because a condition of the Taliban, they're setting the tone. I thought we don't deal with terrorists at all, but they said they'll kill him.
Now it's because he's got a threat. You know, yesterday he said, well, because I was concerned for his health and well-being. The guy looks healthier than me.
Well, how we treat people in prison is different how the Taliban treats people. I mean, but then these guys are going to come and go against America, go against our civilization. That's wonderful. You got a 5-for-1 trade. They set the tone. I thought we just don't deal. The other sad part that I'm thinking of, a couple things I want to bring up. One, that now they're going to grab anybody and want to make a deal. It's going to be worse for civilians. This guy was a military person. Now it's going to be, if you're in the wrong place, they're going to gather you up. And, we'll see if we can make a secret deal. You get another 1 for 5. So
I don't get the 1 for 5 thing. What, 1 for...
Because they're the ones.
That's what I love.
That's why you call them terrorists.
But that shouldn't be.
So what's this nonsense to you about texting and driving? What's going on?
Well, let's go back. Were you listening at the beginning of the program? Because Bridget
Unfortunately, yes.
He does that.
She was able to. Is this when you? This is our friend Chris, by the way, in law enforcement. Have you ever come across, if you're making a traffic stop, that somebody is driving along and not only that they're playing on the roads, they're playing with other parts of in their area?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I worked a traffic crash one night. I was running radar, and I just left this area, and this guy was doing some stuff with his wife. I turn around, and I get about half a block out of here, this huge crash. I turn around, and I go back over, and this minivan is just wrapped around a telephone pole. I get up to the car, and this guy is buck naked.
Okay.
In the car. He was.
I don't like to go out emptying the trash in my shorts.
And,
he's naked, and his wife's in the car?
Yeah.
Well, they obviously survived the crash, but they were in a compromising position?
Yeah, well, he wasn't anymore because he got tossed towards the back of the van.
Okay.
It's hard to drive when having an orgasm.
Thank you. I got a 2005 Honda Accord. Boy, do I have an erection. So, what was his excuse? Do you arrest him? Is that against the law?
No, we can't arrest him.
Wait a second. The man's having sex, driving.
I left the bar. I fell asleep in the car, and I took my clothes off.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a feasible story.
like 2:30 in the morning.
Wait a second.
You know.
You can't. Isn't there something called endangerment? Yeah, public endangerment.
But indecency. How's that endangered?
Indecency. They'd arrest everybody in broadcasting. What do you mean indecency?
You're showing your privates, and only if somebody complains.
Oh!
Are you going to complain if you see some woman driving by with her breasts hanging out?
No, you honk the horn. That's a prerequisite. You always do that.
And wave, you know.
So, but that's because other people see it, but it's not against the law.
Yes, it is. If
other people
get caught,
them,
so
got to offend them.
Got to offend them.
Yes.
So if I walk out and everything's hanging out, as long as I'm not seen, it's okay.
Yep.
That's how the law is written. So
Well, you can murder somebody, it's okay too, as long as you don't
It's
get
okay
caught.
till you get caught.
Yeah, but that's the new Zimmerman rule.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Anyway, we took off point concerning about Obama. Do you remember who was? And if anybody remembers, the name just escaped me. There was a journalist who was kidnapped, and they cut off his head. I'm thinking it was Steele or something. If everybody can remember that name, but yet we didn't save him. Okay, but now we're saving
Well, you
this.
can't put it back.
What the hell are you talking about? No, they murdered him. They even put a video out of this.
Oh, okay.
While you're watching cartoons, we're watching the news. What is that person's name? And I wish I could remember it. And it goes back about, since I'm turned 50, I can't remember the dates, but we're looking at maybe about 7, 10, 12 years ago. And he was decapitated. A Jewish journalist, I think. And yet, I don't know who was president at the time, but I'm telling you.
Bush.
Was it Bush? Do you remember? So you remember who I'm talking about?
Bush was, and he flat out said, "We do not negotiate with terrorists," and that's whatever.
What's that? 2005. Okay, so it was close to 10 years ago. I'll try to look it up when we take a break and find out those horrific things. And now we're dealing with this, where history doesn't repeat itself. That they're terrorists. You can't deal with somebody who has who just wants to hate us with that, changing our whole way of life. They don't want. They want it where they make us dead.
Yep.
So why am I going? You set me off. See what you did?
Thanks,
All right,
Chris.
wait.
And you're avoiding the subject that Chris
I don't
asked.
have to ride back with him. Right on with him.
Wait, okay, you found out. Hold on one second. What's his name?
Was it Daniel Pearl? Is
That's
that who
it.
we're talking about?
That's it. Daniel Pearl. What year?
Let me see here.
Daniel
I think
Pearl.
it was 2002.
2002. Okay. That was what? The first Bush. Papa Bush. 2002? Yeah.
Papa Bush?
No, that was second Bush.
It was the second
Yeah,
Bush?
I think the other person was in the 90s, 98.
Oh, yeah, he started the Gulf War. That was correct.
Yeah.
That was 91, somewhere around there. All right, thank you for the history lesson. We appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. You got me riled up now. We
You
went
avoided the
from
question.
penises to the past here on
He can be upset and
WBZT.
text and drive on the way home.
Yes, thank you,
Oh,
Chris. Arrest him.
When was that against the law? That's what we were.
It went in effect January 1st.
Of this year.
But you have to be committing another traffic offense in order for me to pull you over.
It's like the seatbelt law when it first came out. So
Exactly.
they can't pull you over just for texting. You have
Correct.
to do another infraction. Well, can't you as a police officer say, you crossed the yellow line? Can't,
Well, you could, and probably most likely did happen.
I mean, but you really want to catch somebody who's not paying attention, who's supposed to be going 45 and they're going 10.
A lot of accidents from people texting.
You can find something wrong with them. Thank you, Chris. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Chris.
You're welcome.
All right, 10
All
minutes
right.
before the hour, we'll take another break on the Night and Day Show. Coming back, does anybody know where you can swim with the dolphins? The grandkids are coming into town, and we got to find out where you can swim with the dolphins. 1-800-889-0267, 1-800-889-0267. Don't forget, Free Donut Day. Free National Donut Day is tomorrow. I'm Alan Knight.
I'm Bridget Day.
Together we are Two
Night
Donuts
and
Day. We're coming back.
Hi, I'm Broward County Sheriff Al Lamberti. It's a crime if you don't listen to the Night and Day radio show. So for arresting talk, listen to Alan Knight and Bridget Day.
The following could be based upon actual events.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs, and each wanted to get a mortgage to build a house. The first little pig, well, he was blown down by inflated balloon mortgage payments.
The second little pig, he had his share of troubles.
He went to a poorly rated financial institution and got some bad advice, and the sticks came tumbling down.
Now the third little pig, an entire different story.
This little pig went to Paradise Bank. He was a real ham and happily living in his beautiful new home. Don't worry, his two brothers moved in with him as well.
For your fable to come true, call Paradise Bank, 561-392-5444. 561-392-5444. Paradise Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Mississippi Sweets, found in 1991 and owned by Randy Smith, invite you to come on in and taste what homemade barbecue is all about. The down-home recipes include starters like the Brunswick stew, loaded with chicken, potatoes, and vegetables. Mississippi-style dinners, Choctaw catfish, Tupelo chicken, and of course, half racks and whole racks of ribs. Dinners come with your choice of two sides, such as coleslaw, homemade cornbread, or their famous thin sliced and fried sweet potatoes, affectionately called Mississippi Sweets. So come on down and check out the best barbecue in Boca and beyond. With 2 locations to find that famous sauce, 2399 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton, right across the street from Paradise Bank. And their number is 561-394-6779. That's 561-394-6779. And also 9859 Lake Worth Road on the northeast corner of Lake Worth Road and U.S. Highway 441 in Wellington. You may contact the Wellington location with 561-642-4748. Again, that's 561-642-4748. And both locations are open 7 days a week. Mississippi Sweets, the best barbecue in Boca and beyond.
Welcome back to Night and Day, the talk show that asks the question, what do you want to talk about? Just a toll-free call to 1-800-889-0267, and you're on. Want to really be on? Check out the sponsorship opportunities. Call 1-954-709-ALLEN. That's 954-709-2526. Once again, here's Night and Day.
Whoopee. Okay, 7 minutes before the top of the hour. I'm Alan Knight.
I'm Bridget Day.
Together we are Night and Day, RadioNightandDay.com, Radio Night and Day, night spelled with a K. Scroll down to the bottom, you'll see our smiling faces for the next 7 minutes or so. And in Master Control, is it, what was
Carmine.
it? Carmine. Okay. I stumbled across. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
The secretary will disavow any of my actions, so will Ken Harris. Let's go to the phones and see what's up. You're next to the Night and Day program. Hello there.
Well, my. You know, a urine farmer is not a bad profession for you, Alan. And you could do a guest appearance on Duck Dynasty.
Oh,
The
that's
number-
really cool.
Hey, look at those guys. You have beard, no teeth, you're going to rise to the top. It's all about
We could
marketing.
get our own urine farming show.
Yeah, but I don't...
There,
Yeah.
that'll work.
Yeah.
You want to go swim with the dolphins?
Yes.
You can go down to the aquarium, but the best place to go is to Dolphins Plus down in Key Largo.
Key Largo,
Look 'em
wait,
up.
write this down,
Yeah.
honey.
I don't have a pen. Give me
Here's
a
a
pen.
pen. Okay.
Key Largo.
Key Largo, and what's the name of the place?
It's called Dolphins Plus.
Dolphins
Oh.
Plus.
And let me tell you what, we went. I took my wife there for our 25th anniversary. I think she thought we were going to watch a dolphin game in the Keys, but I took her there to swim with the dolphins, and
They're so
it
friendly.
was awesome.
Oh, wow.
They're
But then
beautiful.
again, I haven't
Cool.
ever jumped in the water with them. I only see what, when I saw Flipper.
Well, when they see you, they might jump out of the water.
Is Key Largo like far down or no?
No, it's about halfway down. In fact, it's at the top of the Keys, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'm
thank
going to
you.
Google that. Thank
Whatever,
you, Moose.
you'll find it. The
I'm
other
gonna
thing
check.
is, Bridget, continue to eat the dog biscuits.
Yeah.
I grew up on milk bones.
I'll make her
and
bark like a
everyone
dog.
knows how big I am.
They have all kinds of flavors. They're really good. Have you been to
The
Pet
flavored
Supermarket
stuff, I
lately?
haven't gotten there yet. Plain old milk bones are fine.
Oh, no. They have awesome ones.
Oh, my
Thank you.
Lord.
Anyway, you guys have a good one now, and maybe I'll see you next week.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks
you for
for calling.
participating.
Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. How about this? We talked about National Donut Day. How was it invented? If you can tell us that, and you're the first person to email us at radionightandday@aol.com, radionightandday@aol.com, night is spelled with a K, email us, and if you're the first person who gets to us and tell me the story, it's not really, it's folklore, so they say they're not really 100%, but that's what most of the historians think of how the donut got invented. How about that? That's our
Somebody
trivia
messed
question
up
of the
trying
week.
to make a dumpling.
25. What? You made more sense when you were masturbating driving. All right.
I don't masturbate driving.
Well, the men. But if you can figure out how...
I've never tried it.
Okay, and don't even think about putting something in the hole of the donut. I don't even go there. Don't, because he's going to have to push the button
Did I
again.
say anything?
No, but I see it in your eyes. You know what? That's probably a good sex game. Now that I think
Well, there
about
is
it.
one about a donut and a thing that's...
Oh, well, then again, you ever have... We were talking about Dunkin' Donuts. The best donut is not Dunkin'... Well, I shouldn't say that because if they have a sponsor, they're listening now. There goes my sponsor. Krispy Kreme. You ever have a Krispy Kreme donut? Those melt in your mouth. And...
See, I've never had that experience.
Okay, Carmine is the icebreaker or the...
I try not to eat
you say
donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme donuts?
I'd go with Krispy Kreme, even though Dunkin' Donuts, you're more likely than not offending a sponsor. So we should just say Dunkin', they're both good.
Well, Dunkin' Donuts has flavors. Krispy
Well,
Kreme just has that one, right?
That's enough. No, they've got jelly in the middle. On some of them, they got that
do they?
jam or something like
I've
that.
never been in a Krispy Kreme.
Never? Oh, you can go. Those kind of now they're not. The Dunkin' Donuts. Don't get me wrong. They're good because they have the you can have a chocolate sprinkle on them. You can have chocolate chips. You can have more than just the jam.
Apple filling.
Yeah, they have more variety.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
We'll go with that. So how did the donut get invented? And you can Radio Night and Day at AOL.com. Radio Night and Day at AOL.com. I'll put that aside because when we come back next week, I forget to either mention the person who wins or I forget to mention it because we just have free association. We don't plan the program. We don't talk about what we're going to discuss.
I think that's obvious.
We put together a couple things in a little folder, and every once in a while we'll take it out, like today, and say, okay, we'll bring this up, and then it just goes a free-for-all, and then it scares management, and don't worry, the contract's up pretty soon. We want to thank Carmine, though, for being with us today.
Thank you.
That was Mama Lynn Cody, our regular producer. Christopher, her nephew, is last day of school is tomorrow. That's why. Is graduating.
Oh, neat.
That's the reason. Another thing, we should, since we have a radio show, since Bridget's moving in, I got to sell my crap at the house. So we're selling a futon, and we're selling, am I saying this right? Armoire? Or is it armoire? An A-M-O...
Armoire.
Yes, A-R-M, right? A-R-M-O-I-R-E. I'm spelling it, it doesn't look right.
Don't write over that. You have to put those signs on.
Okay, it's an armoire. Armoire?
It's spelled right there.
This wooden furniture. So it's like a little place for an entertainment center. So we're selling that. If you are looking for a good deal, and you mentioned the Radio Night and Day show, I'll take off $100. How about that? We put it in that flyer.
Wow.
Remember that flyer? You know you can get free mentions in the flyer?
Cool.
If you call me, I'll tell you how to do that.
You can just call the flyer and...
95. Well, that too. 954. Yeah, but then I'm going to talk him into the futon and the other thing.
Ah, got it.
954. God, I got to explain everything.
What? You make no sense. That's why.
What's the difference? You ever
What's
hear
the
the Beverly
difference that you
Kennedy
make
show
no
Monday nights? She doesn't either.
Will you leave her alone?
954-709-2526. 954-709-2526.
I'm going to feed you dog
All
food
right.
when we move in. And you won't know it. I'm going to put gravy on it.
You're going to cook regularly? Thank you.
Really?
For Carmine in Master Control, Freddie Jr. from AMP2.TV. I'm Alan Knight.
Yeah, I'm Bridget Day.
Together we are Night and Day.
News, traffic, weather, every 10 minutes from 6 a.m. until 3 p.m. 1230 WBC.